Okay, so you've studied the living systems in your park. You've made a food web. You've described the plants and animals that live there. Now I want you to study the abiotic systems. These are the non-living systems. Things like the water cycle, the rock cycle, the oxygen carbon dioxide cycle, and the nitrogen cycle. They're cycles, they impact the environment. They're what makes your park the way it is. And I want you to tell me about them and how they work in your park. You probably learned something about them, I think, in middle school, and so you might be a bit rusty. So I've got a set of YouTube lectures here. They're all in a playlist, and I've got the rock cycle, oxygen, carbon dioxide cycle, water cycle, and nitrogen cycle, with just a quick explanation of a general cycle. I want you to tell me about your park. So here's my little kind of guide to how to do this. First of all, learn about the cycle. Make sure you understand what the water cycle is about. And then look at your park's geography. That might involve watching some YouTube videos about your park or reading some encyclopedia articles about it or looking at some pictures. Just find out what it's like. For example, if you're looking at the water cycle in the Galapagos Islands, some small islands in the middle of the ocean, is going to be very different than the water cycle of, say, the Kalahari Desert, where it's very dry. So figure out what your park's like. Is there an ocean in your park? Or is the water coming from somewhere else? Then, once you know what the cycle's all about, and you know what your park's all about, I want you to explain the cycle as if you were there. Pretend you were standing there explaining the water cycle, and use some examples. Maybe find out what the river's called, or find out what the ocean's called. Use some examples from your park, and present it with a drawing. We've found the easiest way to draw all this out is to draw it on a whiteboard. Take a picture of it with your phone or with a camera. You can do it yourself if you've got a phone. Just take a picture, email the picture to your Gmail address, and then you can download it onto your computer along with all those pictures of animals you had, and you can put it on your website. Or you could make a video like I made, where you draw it on the whiteboard and then just talk about it. And you could explain as you talk about what's special about your park. Less writing. Some people like that. So, got a rubric for you here. For an A, you're going to describe the water cycle, nitrogen cycle, oxygen, carbon dioxide cycle, and rock cycle with specific examples from your park. For a B, the water cycle and two others. And for a C, just the water cycle.